Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this month's collected haul where I am going to tell you about all the things that I bought this month and all the things that I received in PR. I'm going to let you know how much money I spent and I am going to compare it to January of last year because this is going to be all the things in January, and I'm just excited to dive in because I have some really cool things to talk to you about and also some really cool revelations or successes to talk about, so let's dive in. I'm also super excited because this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I'm so excited to be working with HelloFresh again. I have been working with HelloFresh for a really long time and they've just become a part of my routine. I don't hate cooking, but I really dislike going to the grocery store. I don't like the meal prepping, I don't like the meal planning, I don't like having to think about that. I would like to take that out of the everyday equation. So with HelloFresh you now have 40 different recipes to choose from each week. You either log onto the website or to the app and you choose the ones that you would like to eat, and they will send you pre-measured ingredients to your door with easy recipe cards that has pictures. Listen, these pictures come in handy because I refer back to these pictures all the time. What do they mean with iced? What do they mean with fried? How do they want it to look? I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. And me and my husband have never failed a HelloFresh meal. Everything that we have cooked has actually looked the way that they look at the recipe card and has actually turned out to be tasty. And we do the vegetarian box because we try to eat as little meat as possible, but there are so many things to choose from. Vegetarian, pescatarian, you're trying to be calorie smart. Listen, I hear you. We're still holding on to the promises that we made at New Year's Eve. Do you remember? I remember. Everyone remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. We're doing our best here. And they also have these great fast recipes where you can get dinner on the table in 20 or 30 minutes, which is amazing because sometimes we don't want to do any of the cooking. And you can do like me and my husband do as well. We're only 2 people, but we still get the box for 4 people so that we can save money for the lunch after. HelloFresh meals are amazing the day after as well. Either eating cold or heating up in the microwave. I eat them at home and my husband brings them into the lab, and well, maybe not into the lab, but you get where I'm coming from. And it's just been really helpful for us. Eating less takeout was actually one of the New Year's resolutions for me and my husband a couple of years back in 2020 when we started doing HelloFresh, and that has really helped us to cut back on the amount of times that we eat out or get takeout. You know what I'm talking about. We can connect on this. I know, you know, we all know. So go to hellofresh.com and use the code Angelica65 to get 65% off plus free shipping. That is hellofresh.com and use the code Angelica65 to get 65% off plus free shipping. And if nothing else, check out the website down below. Check out all the great recipes that they have because you can still go through their entire menu. Just really wonderful, tasty restaurant quality meals. Thank you again HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. I am per usual really happy to be working with HelloFresh, and this is something that I've been using for now. I'm on year 3. I really do love this service. If you're new to my channel, I am on a little bit of a low buy. Not that I'm putting myself through extreme pressure or that I'm setting myself to limits, either amount of products or amount of dollars spent, but I'm trying to spend less this year than I did last year, which sometimes can seem easier than you think, but we all know I failed last month, and if you don't know, maybe you should go back and look at last month because I didn't do that great last month. I'm just trying to stress myself less by getting less things into my life, spending less money so that I can save even more money, or just spend the money on something else. Buying myself a new pair of shoes, getting something for my husband, getting new treats for my dog that's down here. I think she wants a new bed. One of those that you curl into. That's just what I'm trying to do. And I've already done the mathematics for this month, and I'm actually really proud of myself. Per usual, I am gonna start with the things that I have bought, and then I'm gonna move into PR, and then we're gonna end with some numbers. Just thinking about what's been going on this month. Let's start with this one, which is the new, God, this is already dirty. I've literally had it for less than 24 hours. This is what I have on my face today, and this is the last thing that came into my collection. This is the Natasha Denona Love Face Palette. So it has a highlighter, a highlighter and a blush. I am wearing that on my cheeks and on my eyes and all of that. This video is already live. I will link all the things that I'm talking about down in the description box, together with links to videos or reels or anything like that if you want to see these things in action, if you want to hear my thoughts. So this one is already live on my channel, and I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. I would say watch the video. As I'm filming this has just had like it accidentally got released on the website. I was able to snag one, but now it's not available again, but it's gonna be releasing soon. And if it is available, it will be linked down below. Otherwise, just check the video in case you're interested. But I'm a big fan of Natasha Denona. I do usually really like the way she thinks around colors and color combinations, and I also really love her formulations. This palette is maybe a little bit redundant according to me, and maybe that is what's making me a little less excited. Is this the only one I have here? Because I did buy some lashes and I feel, oh, here's the other pair. I bought 2 pairs of lashes. This is a company that I've bought lashes from before. This is Rocka L. Oh no, I feel like I pronounced that in the Swedish way. This is Nomad Beauty, and they were releasing the Parad Eyes Dreams. Speaking, not my thing. These lashes. And I really have been loving these lashes, and they needed a refresh, so I got the Moonbeam lashes. They are really pretty. I will link them down below. And I also decided to get the new ones that are called Sun Raised. I think it's part of this collection, but they are called Sun Raised. They seem really beautiful. I haven't been able to try them yet. Well, I already know that I love this one, and yeah, I did buy this myself. This is a brand that I have lashes from before, and I really think they're super beautiful. I did buy the Beautylish lucky bag. So I got a couple of things in my lucky bag. I got this one, and I also have a brush here that I haven't used yet. I've seen, let me rephrase this. I've seen quite a lot of lucky bags since I filmed my video. I have a couple of things here that I got in my lucky bag. I bought the lucky bag myself, and I watched probably 20 videos of people opening lucky bags, and so far I think mine's the best. I think my lucky bag is the best. So if you want to see someone actually get a really good lucky bag and actually be really, really happy and satisfied with the lucky bag, I would say watch my video. I will link it down below. But yeah, I bought it myself, and I bought the small lucky bag, but mine was still worth more than some of the big lucky bags that I've seen. So I am very, very, very pleased with my lucky bag. When I was in LA, and then I went on a cruise together with some of my friends. I actually only bought 3 makeup products, and that is that I decided to buy 2 more of the ABH lip liners. I'm wearing one of these today. I'm wearing the light one that's called Baby Roses, and I bought Caramel. I really like these lip liners, and I wanted to be able to swatch them in store to see if there were some colors that could fit in some gaps in my collection. I actually used up a lip liner. I know, who am I? I used up a lip liner, and I thought that this could be a good alternative for this one, but I actually don't think it is. So I'm still on the hunt for something that's maybe a little less peachy than this one is. And then I decided to get the ABH Brow Definer in Strawburn, which is this almost caramel ginger blonde. Well, it's like a strawberry blonde. Strawburn. You get it. And honestly, I think the color is great. So far, this is the best color that I have seen to fit with my color. I have realized now that I have looked at a bunch of different eyebrow products that most people that are ginger don't seem to want to have ginger brows. I do. I really do want that. So far, this has been the best for me. It looks natural, but it still doesn't look too dark, and it doesn't look too cool tone. I wish that this one came in a dip brow or in a brow powder, but all of them, there were other colors and they seemed too dark or just not correct. So I didn't get that. This is something that I bought. I don't know what possessed me to buy these, but I bought some water activated pastel liners, and I got these from Etsy, and I don't know which brand I bought it from, but I will link it down below. And the reason why I got them from Etsy, instead of buying them from another retailer that might be a little bit more well known, is that this looks exactly like every other water activated liner, but they were like 1/3 of the price. And I don't use water activated liners enough to spend like $100 on them, so I bought these. They were like $25 or something, fairly affordable for the full set, and I'm looking forward to be using these. They seem very cool, and I've been trying to do a little bit more details with liners, and I didn't want to spend a fortune, so I will link them down below in case you're interested. I think they sold them separately as well, but I got the full set because I thought they were fairly affordable, but the sets were so expensive in other places, so I was like, this seems best. Oh, here are the lip liners even, and the brow definer that I bought. I will link them down below in case you're also looking for a good ginger one, because I've literally swatched every single brow product that I've been able to see at Sephora and Ulta. I haven't looked at Morphe yet. Someone told me that they might have good brow products as well, so next time in Ulta I'm gonna spend some more time looking at that. But like at department stores, all of it, I can't find it. This is another thing that was in my Beautylish lucky bag. So I made an order from Charlotte Tilbury. Did I need that? No, because I haven't used these yet. I will do a video. I have some products here. I will do a video. There are 2 different videos that I am going to be doing. I have a couple of different videos, but these are going to be in. One of them is that I'm going to do a full face of trying new makeup. I'm going to wait until I get the new foundation from OPV Beauty because I really want to try it, because it says it is a natural finish for combo to oily skin. Sign me up, that is exactly what I want. So I will be trying this new highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury in that video, where you can just try out some new makeup. This is what it looks like. I got the one in Champagne Glow because I've been a little bit more into, actually, sometimes I just want a basic highlighter and sometimes I want a colored highlighter, but I thought that I would just get a highlighter that I thought was like flattering for my skin tone when I bought it, like a more expensive formula. I also bought this one. This is the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Powder. This I bought out of a recommendation from Teresa is Dead. She had this in her favorites of the year, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do a video trying other YouTubers' favorites of the year. I'm trying to set up a list. If you have a YouTuber who you think had a lot of favorites in their best of beauty that I haven't watched, put it in the comments. I would love to have a peek because I'm still buying the last things for that video, and I am going to be including this one. Will say me and Teresa does very rarely have the same taste when it comes to makeup, but I'm hoping that we'll feel the same about that one. Oh, I actually have I just put these here because I have these in my perfume place. I want to film a video about perfumes. I just need to collect my thoughts about these because I have a bunch of perfumes that I want to talk to you about. I have bought a couple myself. My husband actually bought me one. He bought me Pop from Byredo for Christmas, and then he bought me one from Goldfields and Bank, I think, for my birthday. And I also have been buying some myself, and I want to do like a perfume haul and review all in one because I have a bunch of things that I want to talk about. So I got these 2 from Boy Smells because I was interested in these, and these were not available at Sephora. So this is the Suede Pony and the Cowboy Kush. The Cowboy Kush is more of a suede, smoky leather kind of a thing, and the Suede Pony, it's also a little suedey, but it almost has like violets in there. It has, yeah, they are a little bit different. I still haven't made up my mind about them, and this is why I haven't filmed the video, because I keep adding more things that I haven't made up my mind about. But I did buy these as well, and they are included in the sum that you're gonna see at the end. The rest of the things that are in this box is an Ulta order that I did once I realized that I haven't spent my Ulta points at all, and I had like $180 worth of points. So I just did a big haul. I just added everything I wanted to try into my basket, and I added the points, and I still had points left. So I actually ended up adding one last thing that I was on the fence about, but I was like, if it's free, listen, I bought these points, but if it's free, I'll try it. And that was the Hourglass lipstick, and this is the Unlocked Satin Cream lipstick, and I got it in Sahara. So let's have a look at this one. I think the packaging is nice. It is a little slanted, but it's cute. It's not the prettiest packaging I've ever seen, but I think it's nice. And this is the color that I got, like a burnt red color. I think it's a really, really pretty color. I haven't worn it yet, but I am, of course, very intrigued to be trying it. The next thing that I got is actually, I got the Fenty lipstick as well. I still haven't tried the Fenty lipsticks, and I saw that she had an orangey red, so I got that one. I will say, I don't remember which color this is. This is the orangey red one, and I bought the red case as well, the limited edition one. I will put the name that I have down below. I do think though that it is a little bit more red than orange. I wouldn't describe this as an orangey red. I would describe this as a warm red. There's not a lot of orange in this one, but I'm looking forward to be trying that one as well. I do think it looks really pretty. I also bought this one. I'm wearing this today. This is gonna be a lifesaver. Thank you so much to everyone who recommended this to me. I've only used it twice so far and I love it. This is the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment and I got the yellow one. I'm wearing a foundation today that's actually quite a good shade match for me. It's just a smidgen too peachy. I used half a pump of this. Problem solved. I think this is a really good match. I think my skin looks like my skin color. I'm so happy for this. There are so many foundations. There are the perfect depth for me and there are almost perfect. They're just a smidge too pink and yeah, I'm very excited. I also did buy what I'm hoping is going to be the correct color in the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Powder Foundation. I did buy this before as well at release, but I bought a shade that was way too light. So I bought this shade instead. I think this is a good shade, right? I got the Nicaragua medium 3. I think this is good. Yeah, Nicaragua medium 3. This is the one that I have now. I'm gonna do a full face of trying new drugstore makeup because I do have some things to be showing you because I also bought this one. This is the LA Girl Foreplay? Ooh, yikes. Foreplay in Cowgirl. And I got the greeny one that has like 2 shimmers and then 2 mattes, and this is like almost like a yellowy mucky brown with a green undertone. The shimmers look amazing. I cannot wait to try this one. I don't think I'm gonna think that this matte is deep enough, but I'm still intrigued to try it. And then also the Flower Beauty concealer. I bought the new Revlon lipstick. This is also, why am I buying so many red lipsticks, you ask? Nobody knows. This looks like this. Apparently, I'm thinking that I need all the orangey reds in the world. I should have bought a new lipstick, but I didn't, so here we are. And I also bought a lip liner by Essence. This is the 8-Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner. It's like a fudgy brown color. It looks very promising. And then I bought 2 things from About Face. That's not like drugstore, but I bought the About Face Fractal Eye Paints Glitter Mousse in Tin Pan Alley because I want to try this with her matte formula because other shimmery formulas have not been like jiving the best with her matte formula, so I want to see how it works with her own formula. And then I got the About Face Cherry Pick Lip Color Butter blah 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 blah. I got it in Kiwi Fuzz. Well, this is a nude, but it's not drugstore, but here we are. I think that these look very promising. I'm so excited to be trying this one out. Ooh, is it one of these? Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, I'm very intrigued to be trying these out. And yeah, that's what I bought. That's what I bought. I mean, is it a lot of makeup? Yeah, but I personally, and you're of course free to disagree, but I personally don't think it's like horribly bad, thinking about that I review makeup for a living. And also a big part of this was of course that I bought the Beautylish Lucky Bag, and that was of course $75 plus shipping and tax. Sometimes when I do these calculations that you're gonna see at the end, by the way, in case I forget to say, sometimes I do with taxes, sometimes without, sometimes with shipping, sometimes without. I don't put too much energy into finding the exact price. I'm sorry, I should, but I don't. So it's more of a roundabout number. It is a roundabout number and I hope we're all happy with that. Okay, let's get into some things that I have gotten in PR. I will, like I said, link videos down below because a lot of these things I do have dedicated videos on. If you want to see what I think about these things, if you want to see some swatch and all that, this is just going to be me giving some quick thoughts on them. If you want to see more thorough thoughts, if you want to see some like swatches and reviews and all of that, I will, like I said, videos are down below. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the Game Beauty Phantom Thieves collaboration with the game Persona 5. I love that we are getting into gaming. I love that we are getting into collabs like this. So, ooh, this, oh my god, this is what this collection looks like. I have all the boxes in here because I actually brought this makeup Here, there's like 2 palettes and eyeliners, and then there are blushes, multi-chrome singles, and liquid lipsticks here. I actually brought this collection with me when I went on my cruise, my vacation with my girlfriends, because I did a reel on this collection. I will link that as well down below. And I liked the quality of this collection so much that I decided to bring this on, not all of it, but I brought both palettes and all the eyeliners and 2 of the blushes and like multi-chrome. I brought some things on my vacation to try it out even more, and I do have a video where I am swatching all of this and giving you like my thoughts and opinions about this collection and showing you a look and everything. And of course I have the reel as well, and I can give you my quick and honest thought right now. This is the best makeup that Game Beauty has ever done. I'm very, very impressed with this collection. All of it looks really beautiful, and even if you're not a fan of this game, I still think that you will be able to really like really like this collection, because I think they did a super good job. So that is like my quick thoughts about that. Oh, there's so many fun things here to talk about. And like I said, I will try and speed through this part just a little bit because I already have thoughts on it. This is the Nomad Cosmetics Verona palette. They released this one for Valentine's Day. I do have a full video on this one, swatching this palette and doing 2 different looks. I think this is a super fun and cute palette. I do have a code book with Game Beauty and also with Nomad Cosmetics. My code is Angelica. You can usually try the code Angelica in a bunch of places and see if you can get a discount, so you can save some money if you're making a purchase. But I will link the video to this palette down below as well. I was very, very impressed with that palette, and I really, really did enjoy it. I also have the Lure palette by Gourmande Cosmetics and the little Trove palette. This is a quad of multi-chrome shadows. If you're interested in seeing the multi-chromes and seeing these in action, I do have a dedicated video on this little mini collection as well. And this is the Lure palette. I really do enjoy these as well. I think they're super beautiful. They're really nice quality. I really do love Gourmande Cosmetics. And my code with Gourmande is also Angelica. But I love how she does the pastels, the mid-tones, and the dark colors. I love that she kept with this underwater theming. I love the looks that I did with this so much. And you seem to as well. Check that one out down below in case you're interested in seeing some more thoughts about that. I did get, and this one I haven't used yet. This one came and I had to go on my vacation and everything became so stressful. This is the Nook and Sigma Beauty palette. They also sent me her favorite set, which is the wait, you say not Nook, it's Knook? Knook? Am I saying that correctly? Someone corrected me, and I really don't want to like mispronounce people's names, which makes me feel awful because I've actually met Anne. Like, we went on a brand trip together when I was in Europe, and she is super sweet and super down to earth and so humble and such a nice person. I'm so happy for her, and I think it's Anne Knook. I hope I'm saying it correctly. So I did get her brush set as well that she had with Sigma, and this is the palette. So it is a sleek black palette, and on the inside there is a big mirror, you can see here, and this is the eyeshadow palette. There is a row of grays, blue, and purples, and then there is like a warm neutral palette here leaning a low yellow tone, which is something that I actually like. I like that there are 2 matte blues over here. Again, I haven't tried this one myself, but a lot of you were showing some interest and wanted me to use this one. So I'm putting this in my pile of things that I know that you wanted to see. My code with Sigma is Angelica, but I'm pretty sure that the collabs is not part of that. I'm just gonna has everyone opened their... I hope so, but I'm not gonna show you the inside, but I did get a Valentine's surprise box or like mystery box by Unearthly Cosmetics, and if you want to see that one, I will link it down below in case you're interested. I'm gonna try not like I already spoiled a bit of it, but I'm not gonna show you the insides in case you haven't opened it yet, because this video is coming up before Valentine's Day and I don't want to fully spoil it for you. They also sent me a brush set that's in here. I haven't been able to try it yet, but it is orange handles this time, but I will definitely be getting into that one as well. We all know I love brushes, and brands keep sending me brushes, and I'm just like, can someone send me, like, I don't know, someone who automatically cleans my brushes while I sleep? I would love that. I also got a package from Florasis. They asked me if they could send me some PR. So they sent me this. This is their Valentine's collection. I really like how this one looks. It has a little like tassel here. And this color is stunning. It is like a orange. This is maybe more a little bit more corally on the lips. I do have a reel where I'm using this one. I know a lot of people got really upset with Florasis because Teresa's Dead shared a story where they asked her for a positive review in change for PR. They have never asked me for either a review or a positive review in change for PR. You know me, I made a full video about that. I don't do stuff like that. They asked me if they can send me some PR and I said yes. So they sent me this one. This is it looks like a fan, and you have some neutrals and you have some orangey tones, and you also have this like plum brown green duochrome, which is actually really pretty on the eyes. I like the Floris's quality. I think Floris's reminds me a little bit of like eyeshadows from more expensive like Estee Lauder or like Lancome or Dior. Like there's nothing wrong with it, but it's usually not as pigmented as I would like it. But they're buildable, they're pigmented, I like them. I prefer something that's a little bit more colorful, a little bit more pigmented, but I know there's a lot of you out there that prefer something that is a little bit more in that area, that is like buildable and just like a little bit more, not as pigmented. But it's not bad. I know some people don't agree with me when I say that, but I don't think that they make bad makeup. If they did, I would have just said, please don't send me any more PR. That's how I feel. Lawless Beauty sent me a PR package that I haven't been able to get into yet, and it is another Forget to Filler lip plumping lip gloss, and it is a Forget to Filler overnight lip plumping mask. Rosy Outlook. So this is another color. I really like these. I have one that is like halfway through that I have at my computer. Oh, so this is... Oh, they smell so nice. Okay, maybe I will keep this one by my computer instead, because that one is red. And I love a red gloss, but it's not like as easy to use. And then there is a Set the Stage Hydrating and Soothing Primer Serum. Maybe we can use this one as well in a like... Or maybe I can use it on my own and just give you some thoughts on it. This seems very intriguing. Should we see about the consistency about this one? Oh, there we go. Oh my god, that was... We all heard that. It's a little runny. It looks... We all know what it looks like. We all saw what it looks like. Oh! It goes on like a serum. Was this a serum? Primer serum. Genius at work. Genius at work. Yeah, it really does feel like a serum. It smells like skincare. And I say that in a positive way. It smells like ingredients. You know what? I think I'm gonna get along with this one. I'm putting this one out here. I'm gonna be using this a bit more. It's sunk in. It feels smooth. It feels... okay. I could be about that. I could be about that live. I also got this one, and I brought this one on vacation. And this is the Naturium Dew Glow Moisturizer SPF 50. This one feels like a moisturizer when you put it on. Like, it is thick, it is a little white. I don't know if it has a white cast. I am white, so it doesn't really show up, at least on me. I didn't think about it, but you're gonna have to, like, if you have a darker skin tone, maybe see if someone else got this in PR or bought it with a similar skin tone to you to see if it has a white cast, because I will say it went on like a normal white SPF. It is definitely a dewy moisturizer. If you like that, you might like this. It is not glittery, it's not metallic, but it definitely looked healthy and glowy on the skin. This is definitely something that I could be using and really putting on a lot on my skin. It has SPF 50 if I want to have no makeup on top. I didn't on me. I have a combo skin. I didn't think makeup was like amazing on top of this, but it's probably because my own oils were like, hello, we're here, we also want to join in, and it just became a little bit too much. But with that being said, I do think that it does what it says it's gonna do. It feels like an SPF, it looks like an SPF, and it really made my skin look and feel dewy. This is another on the opposite spectrum that I have been trying out, and I also brought this one on vacation, and I have been using this quite a bit, and I'm very interested to see how this one will tackle the Texas summer. And this is Dr. Babur Clean Performance Oil-Free Matte Effect Gel Cream. This is definitely a gel moisturizer. This is definitely the kind of moisturizer that I can slather on before makeup, because it has in no way, like, it doesn't change the effect of my foundation. If I want to have a matte look and I can have this one underneath, it's not going to change the effect of my foundation, but I still feel like my skin is moisturized. It has been working out really good so far. but we're also in January, so I'm gonna have to like get back to you and say some further thoughts on this once I've tried it out. And this one was actually I got a PR package. Where's the other one? Here it is. I got a PR package from Skin Store, and I've really been enjoying Skin Store. They gave me a code as well, and we can all laugh about the fact that my code is Angelica SS. I will put it down below. We all know what it says. We all know what it says. But they gave me a gift certificate so I can pick up a couple of things to try. And this was one of the things that I picked up. And so far, I am very intrigued with this. And I'm super intrigued to start like using that even more because so far, so good. I also got this one, and it is a Blotter Baby Mattifying Roller from Jenny Patinkin, yes. And it is one of those little rollers that you're supposed to like get off the oils. And I haven't been able to try it yet, but I should have brought this on my vacation as well and just tried it out. But I'm very intrigued in trying this, if this could be like a little blotter action. And I got some other things that have been really good as well. But the thing that I wanted to try and talk about, where did I put it? Where did I put it? Hello? Oh, it is right here. This, oh my god, they've had some really good perfume brands on the site, and like I said, you can get some discount if you find something that you really like on the site. And I found the Ellis Brooklyn Super Amber. It smells so warm, and this one is, I use this one in the exact same way as I use the Commodity Milk. This is a layering perfume. If I have a perfume that needs a little bit more oomph to it, if I have a daytime perfume that I want to make into a nighttime perfume, that I want to have this yummy, warm, sexy amber base, wow. I will put this one first, and then I will layer this like daytime or fruity or whatever I'm doing on top. It is just so warm and sexy, and it smells like sexy warm skin. But I love mixing this with like I love mixing this one with fruity perfumes. I think it just gives sexy fruits. Who doesn't want a sexy fruit? I want to be a sexy fruit. And this also comes in a smaller size, but I got the big size, and I'm super excited about that. I also got this from Naturium, and this is the multi-use peptide moisturizer and the multi-use peptide eye cream. I think I have used the multi-use peptide moisturizer. I think I have used that one before. So if I'm gonna check in my stash if I already have this one, because if I do, I'm gonna maybe give this one away. I think that I have this one, and I really like it. It's a night light daytime moisturizer on me. I really enjoy it, but I don't need another one. But it's going to be interesting to try out the eye cream. I have actually been using and loving quite a lot of things from the brand. And then I have the Half Magic Beauty blushes. I still haven't gotten them out of the packaging, but when we do a full face of trying new makeup, we will definitely be trying them out. Let me open one so you can see. This is the Cheek Fluff in Don't Be a Doll. These come in compostable packaging. You can keep them in the packaging if you want to. You can open them up, and the blush is in here. These are like I think they're like a little bit of a cream to powder formula, and you can pick them out as well and put them in a magnetic palette. You can either put them in the magnetic palette from Half Magic or whatever magnetic palette you have. These are magnetic. I really like they're compostable. I think that is really cool. There's also some new face gems from the brand, and these are pearls and like little studs, and I'm very, very intrigued to be trying these out. Fairly sure that these are new. And they also gave me this. It's a headband with ears. I have one with the Shrek ears, and now I have one with the little bunny ears. I also got some lipsticks here, and these are from Queen Musia, and these are matte lipsticks. I will pop up a picture so you can see what they look like, as I took a picture and I put them on my Instagram. These are incredibly cool. Like, the packaging is incredible, and I did bring one of these when I went to LA. They look a little bit like a vibrator, but listen, I'm okay with that. And they come in different colors, and they are a matte formula, but not a powder matte. They have a little bit of a satin, not satin, more like a velvet matte feeling to them. They were really nice. They were very comfortable. They don't really have any kind of scent or taste to them. But the packaging is just so stunning. To be able to pull that out of your purse, I really enjoy that. I found one more thing that I bought that I forgot to talk about. I actually bought Scentbird because I have been so intrigued by this. I'm gonna have to add this to my final at the end. So they sent over, I bought this, but you lock it or unlock it like this, and you open it up, and like, and the sample is in here. I got Commodity Rain because I really, really wanted to try that one. And then you just pop it back in and you lock it over here. And I honestly think this is really cool. I am excited to be trying this one out. Is this going to be my new favorite aquatic scent? Oh, this smells like stepping up to a pond in a very fancy garden where you really cannot afford to be. Like you paid an entrance fee to be here. This pond is way out of your tax bracket. I like it. Okay, I'm so intrigued. I'm so excited to be trying this one out. So I will add that to my toll at the end as well. But I am super excited to be trying out some Scentbird. Let me know what your favorite scents at Scentbird is. I would love to hear about it. Now, let me tell you about a couple more things that I have in PR. One thing being this one. This is by Pinky Rose. I have not gotten PR from Pinky Rose ever. I do have a code with Pinky Rose. My code is Angelica, but I'm not sure if they have really even had a release as of late. It is just cardboard, and you open it up, and it is contour palettes. It is 40 shades of Pinky Rose. So there is a light to medium, medium to dark, dark to deep, and then there is a corrector palette. It looks like this. Here's the thing. If I were still a working makeup artist, the way that I would have drooled over this, because it is like amazing, I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that person, but I will say Pinky Rose makes really high quality products. And if you are a working makeup artist, or if you were looking for some cream products like this at more of an affordable budget, I really think that this might be for you, because they do have really high quality affordable things. This is the medium to dark, and then we have the dark to deep. I would love to find someone, I do have someone around me that does work as a makeup artist, and I would like to see if he wants it, and if not, I'll find someone else to give it to, because I do think that this is a great release for the right person, and I just don't think that I will get full advantage and use out of this release. Let's talk about some ColourPop. This is the last ColourPop that I got while I was away. What I do have is the ColourPop at Target round 2. And I was also thinking there's a bunch of things here. There are Super Shock shadows and Super Shock cheeks and liners. A bunch of these things are like not new things, but things that they have like, some are new, like this one, the Fresh Greens palette. Some things are favorites that they have pulled now into Target. They have over 100 products at Target right now. I will link that down below in case you're wondering where to find it. If you're living close to a Target that has a good makeup selection, they might even have it in stores. And now they have a clear top so that you can see what the colors look like since they're going to be at the drugstore section. So this is what the green palette looks like. I kind of want to get the blue one because I love the blue eyeshadow look. This one is very similar to the Child palette. So if you have the Child palette, you do not under any circumstances need this one, but it is really pretty. And I also here, unfortunately I don't have the blue. I might still pick up the blue if I am filming a video on like ColourPop at Target. You want to see that? You want me to tell you, because most of these products are re-promotes and I already know how I feel about them, and I can give you some thoughts because I know that a lot of you have very much easier access to Target than you do to Ulta. So let me know if you would like that, because then I can pick up the blue palette. So there's a Gunmetal, which is like a cool tone palette. There is a Blush Baby, which is like a corally palette, and there is a dark matte red in the corner. All about that. And then there is a Feeling Toasty, which is like a neutral brown palette. These aren't really my style. I mean, this one is the most, and of course there is a blue one, and I would love, if so, to pick that one up. But they also have a bunch of things that I really love. Like they have the mascara in red. Like they have the red mascara. There's a couple of things that are really cool. They have this Birthday Suit Super Shock blush. Like there's a bunch of things that are coming into Target. So let me know in the comments, is that something you would like to see? Because I could definitely make that happen. It would be an excuse for me to pick up the blue palette, of course. But yeah, I just want to hear your thoughts on what you think about that. The next things I have from Colourpop that I would like to talk about is the Valentine's collection that I also haven't had time to film with because this came and I was getting prepared to leave for vacation. But I really like how this palette looks, and I will be keeping this palette because of how it looks. This is the Flirty Talk palette. This one is a red and pink palette, and I love red and pink together. And this one is a super shock, this one right here, but this one here that's called On Your Mind, this is a white matte with like some almost pinky sparkle sheen to it, not glitter but like a spark. It's gonna be the most amazing inner corner highlight ever, and I can just tell. These are more cool tone reds that are in here, so they're gonna go together a bunch. I'm just very excited about this color scheme. If you wanted to try this kind of color combo and you're balling on a budget, this might be the one actually. There's also a bunch of other things in this collection, including, let me show you my favorite. Is it this one? The new powder highlighter, pressed powder highlighter, and they come in hard compact. And this one that is in the peach compact, it is called Heart of Gold. It looks so incredible. I cannot wait to wear this one. This one is my favorite. Out of the whole collection, this, I haven't even tried it, but just based on how it looks, packaging, all of that, I'm a big fan of how that one looks. That is definitely also getting used at some point. I think it looks beautiful. There are some other things in this collection too. They look cute. I don't foresee myself doing a dedicated video on it, but I do think it's really cute. I do have a code with Colourpop as well. It's also Angelica. Like I said, try out the code Angelica. There's a couple of places where my code is Angelica, but check the description box for more info. Angelica works in a bunch of places. And this is the Winx collection. This one I have done a video on, and I will leave that down below. This is what the palette looks like. And then it is a colorful little thingamajig in here. There are also some glosses and some highlighters. I think I used this gloss in one video, and did I try the green gloss in one? I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I did do something on this palette, so I will leave that down below. Did think that that was a really fun palette, and especially if you're a fan of the brand, I think that that will be really fun. I got a package from Pixie. This is the cheap palette that I got. This is an old release. Like, this release is... This came out in 2020 because I remember that this was the last event I went on before the world closed down. So this one came out in beginning of 2020, and I'm a little bit surprised that I'm getting it in PR now. Maybe they're like wanting to push it a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure. There's also a Flawless Beauty primer. There are some of these liquid shadows that I know for certain has been released before. This one is in Sunset. It's like a liquid shadow with like a little metallic. But I know that these aren't super sparkly, but I think they're pretty still. I was a little bit surprised by this package. There is, oh, they're also releasing, that is a new one though. They did this Clarity series. Are these from the other one? Yeah, there's a mascara. I think it's just a collection maybe of favorites or something, but Pixie did release this Clarity series, and this is the one that I want to try. These products are a little bit more for acne prone skin, and I don't really have that, but this one is a oil-free moisturizer that will boost hydration while minimizing the appearance of pores and keeping complexion shine free. That sounds like something I want to try out. Yeah, it's not open, but I'm very intrigued in trying this one out, so I will definitely be trying this one out and letting you know which moisturizer I like the most for when it is as humid as humanly possible outside. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is a new release from Linda Hallberg, LH Cosmetics, and this one got to me the day before I went on vacation. I am so intrigued to dig into this one. This is the LH Cosmetics Blomma palette, and Blomma means flower in Swedish, and this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. I haven't touched it, I haven't photographed it, I haven't done anything, but it looks stunning. This bright corally pink with like a gold sheen is beautiful. This is a peach gold duochrome. There are some matte pastels, there's some darker mattes. This one is like almost like a peachy, looks like an iridescent topper. This looks stunning. I am so intrigued by this one. I cannot wait. If this is the same good quality as the last palette, I think this will be my favorite because I love this color story. And they're also coming out with 2 more crayons. Crayons from LH Cosmetics are multi-use. You can use them on your eyes, you can use them on your lips, you can use them on your cheeks. They are just named crayons because you can use them everywhere. And one of them is like a dark burgundy brown and one is like a warmer mid-tone pink. And I am very intrigued to be trying these out as well because I really do like the crayons. So I'm excited about this. What are they called? They are called Nugget and Siren. Nugget and Siren. So those were the things that I wanted to show you today. Now let me go and get my calculations and also add in Scentbird so that we can see how much I spent, because it is way less than January last year. Okay, so I spent $9 on Scentbird. I feel like I think I got some kind of a promo thing because I think normally it's supposed to be like $17, but I paid $9. So $9 together with what I had before, it turns into $388. Me having to think. $388, which is still a big amount of things, but also let's remind ourselves that $70 of those is the Natasha Denona palette, and like $80-90 of that is the Beautylish Lucky Bag. Those are the things that cost the most. I got that Ulta order for like $10 because I had so many points. So I overall think that is a really good like money sum number. Because again, I do this for a living, so I'm actually really happy with that amount, because in January of 2022 I spent $983. That is a very hefty sum. And I also do like, the big reason why I spent so much in January last year is because I had just moved to the US. So many things were available to me that I had not been able to shop before, at least not easily shop before. And also I hadn't been shopping really during either like November or December, so I finally felt like, oh, I could buy some of those things that I really wanted to get. So I usually don't shop for that amount of money, but yeah, I'm very happy that I am at like a third of that. Very happy with that. And anything that's under 500 for me, like I am okay with that. I feel like that is okay, but I'm especially happy that I really put my mind to it and I ended at under 400. Plus I did go to LA and I could have shopped a bunch of things that I saw, but I didn't, and I feel really happy about that. So let me know what you bought this month that you are super excited about. I have some things coming in February that I know you're gonna be loving because I already have them, but they haven't been released or announced yet. So I am dying to talk about that last month. But let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you again, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you again real soon for a new video. Bye!